So, this fanfiction means a lot to me. It's one of the first fanfictions that got me into reading bad fanfictions on Wattpad. When I found it, I read it to all of my friends at the time, and I'm ready to share it with more people. It's called Mark Zuckerberg X-Reader by ZuccLoveMeBack. So the blurb says, Mark Zuckerberg X-Reader will take you on an emotional journey through loving Zuck and fending off Elon Musk. Chapter 1. Fart. Zuck, you whispered, capturing the attention of the ethereal man sitting to your left. Beep boop, he replied, moving to be closer to you. Zuck, I want you to feel free when you are with me, you said, cupping his scaled face in your soft hands. Your eyes teared up a little as your hands began to quake. All you wanted was for Zuck to be happy. Beep boop beep, Zuck said, pulling away from you. Zuck! I love you, you breathed, your gaze becoming clouded with tears. Zuck spoke no words, but his eyes said it all. Zuck, transform, you whispered, flashing a sweet smile. Without a word, Zuck stood up. He placed his hands under his armpits and whispered, beep, boop, boop, beep. Then it began. A flash of light, accompanied by sparkles surrounding Zuck, took your breath away. You observed as his already calloused fingers began to grow scales. His eyes became slits. His clothes ripped off to reveal his green body. Soon, the transformation was complete. Zuck, you're beautiful, you exclaimed, eager to hold the lizard in your arms. Your heart pounded as he made eye contact with you. Beep boop, he whispered, moving closer. Oh, Zuck, you breathed, chuckling a little. Classic Zuck. Beep beep boop, he chortled. You had never felt such devotion before. You recalled your first love, Shrek. When Zuck first met you, you were still with the ogre. Sometimes, whenever Shrek is hinted to, Zuck becomes distraught and pouts in the corner. Beep, Zuck whispered, suddenly serious. Zuck, no, it's just the past! Shrek and I are over, you cried, grabbing the lizard by his shoulders. Zuck smiled, reassured. That night, as you fell into a deep sleep, Zuck tapped away at the keyboard with his slimy lizard fingers. He was on Facebook, what he used to stalk Shrek. He frowned as he reached Shrek's profile, XX Booger Shart XX. As he scrolled through Shrek's posts, he became more and more angry. You were awoken by a growl coming from the scaled lips of Zuck. Zuck, what is it? You vociferated, entering the room quickly. Zuck slowly turned around to face you. He stood up and walked over to the door. Slipping on his brown trench coat, he placed something in his pocket. Zuck, wait! Is that a gun in your pocket? You cried, holding the lizard in your quaking arms. Zuck leaned down and placed a kiss on your forehead. Beep beep boop boop, he whispered, gazing into your teary eyes. Zuck, you don't have to do this, you sobbed, burying your face in his cold chest. He grabbed your hands and then let go. He headed out the door, ready to fight the ogre once and for all. You were left in a daze. Why did Zuck have to go? Chapter 2. Fart, lol. Zuck stumbled down the alleyway. His hands were clutched in a sweaty fist as he continued to trudge. He stuck his cold hand in his pocket and brushed the gun with his fingers. The metal cast a brisk sensation through his fingertips. A figure appeared. Zuck knew who it was. Beep, 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 boop, he whispered, hand resting on the pistol. Alright, let's see if I can make a Shrek voice. Hold on. So, you've come again, the ogre chortled, walking into the light. Beep beep bop, bop bop boop, Zuck growled, now aiming the gun at Shrek. His finger trembled as they rested on the trigger. do it. You won't, Shrek giggled, turning around. I can't make a good ogre voice. Oh well. Zuck breathed heavily, wordlessly. You can't get me out of your head, can you? It's because deep down inside you know I'm better for her than you. I sound like Merida. Shrek spat, slowly walking away. Bop, Zuck said to himself as he slowly pulled the trigger. Green Shrek juice spattered his face. Zuck attempted to wipe Shrek's blood off his expressionless face, but it only smeared. You were in the corner, holding your face as you were in a daze. Where is Zuck? You wondered. Suddenly, you heard a key in the door. You broke into a sprint as you charged the door. Zuck! You yelled as the door opened. It was not Zuck. A man in a hood pushed you aside as he forced his way into your apartment. Before you was Elon Musk. Elon! You breathed, falling to your knees. I don't have time to explain, YN. Come with me. We need to run. What the fart are you talking about? You exclaimed. It's Zuck! Elon began, crossing his arms. What about Zuck? Is he okay? You inquired, standing up to grab Elon by his shoulders. Zuck just killed Shrek. Shot him in the back of the head. We need to get out of here before they find us. Zuck is meeting us at the harbor. Elon continued, grabbing your shaking hand. Chapter 3. Diarrhea. Elon and you sat across from each other in the helicopter, both staring at the floor. The harbor wasn't too far, but both of you felt as though the ride took an eternity. Listen, YN, Zuck is dangerous. You need to be careful. Elon stayed, lifting his head to meet your dad's gaze. What are you saying? I love Zuck, you cried angrily. YN, I don't want to see you get hurt, Elon yelled, grabbing you by the shoulders. Elon, where are you taking me? You screamed, hands clutched in angry fists. I'm taking you to safety, he replied, leaning back into his seat. You turned to face the window. Zuck, come save me, you thought to yourself. Listen, Elon began. Shut up, you cut him off. I just want you to be safe, he coughed. Obviously hurt. What's gonna happen to Zuck? Don't you want Zuck to be safe? You asked, narrowing your eyes. There's no saving Zuck now. Not after he killed Shrek, he countered, squeezing his nose bridge. Elon, please take me to Zuck, you breathed as you turned to face him. I'm sorry, he replied, eyes lowering. Elon, no. Elon! Will you stop it already? I'm not going to let you die for that lizard, he yelled. So he's just a lizard to you? How narrow-minded are you? You replied, rising to your feet. Wait, stop, sit down, Elon commanded, trying to grab your arms. I'll see you in hell, Elon. No, stop, he yelled as he charged towards the door. You swung the door open and took a dive. Elon's screams were audible as you began to cascade. YN, I love you, Elon said to himself as he watched you fall. You struggled to breathe as you rocketed through the clouds. You fought to stay conscious, wanting Zuck to be the last thing you ever thought of. There he was, in all his glory, right in front of you. You brushed his scaled face with your fingers. You knew it was all a dream, but it felt so real. Zuck, you whispered as your eyes began to close. Beep boop, boopy, a voice said. It was Zuck! You looked into his eyes as he held you in his arms. His human form was so glorious. Zuck, transform, use your fart powers and take us home. Boop, he said as he began to smell. Before you knew it, you both were home again. Next chapter. I lost track. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chapter 4. Toot. You woke up slowly, your hand stroking Zuck's luxurious locks of hair. His horrendously cut bangs made you feel so much better about yourself. You watched as his eyes slowly flickered open. Beep, he whispered, still half asleep. Oh, he's so cute when he sleeps, you thought to yourself. Zuck. Suddenly, Zuck sat up as he began to sweat profusely. Zuck, what is it? You gasped, grasping his shoulders, scared for the love of your life. Beep. Boop, boop, bop, beep, beep, he stammered, placing his hand on top of yours. His head turned a whole 180 degrees around to face you without moving the rest of his body. What about Elon? No, he's not here. He can't be here. It was just a dream, you whispered, glancing at the door with your peripheral vision. Then it happened. It started with a smoke alarm. The sound was deafening as Zuck grabbed your hand, hoping to make a quick exit as you both stood up. Zuck jiggled the door handle, but it would not budge. "He's here." Your hand flew to your mouth as the next scene transpired. There he was. Elon Musk with his flamethrower had just bursted into your bedroom. "YN, move aside. I'm here for the sexy beast," Elon taunted, pointing his flamethrower at Zuck. "Beep!" Zuck screamed. You had never seen him this mad. "Beep! Boop!" Zuck screeched as he threw himself at Elon. "Zuck, transform!" you yelled as you watched the two men tussle. Elon watched, smirking, as Zuck began to grow scales. He watched Zuck's pupils turn to slits, and his irises turn yellow. He could no longer hold in a chuckle as he saw what was before him. "Ew!" Elon vociferated, red, face reddening in pure light. Zuck threw the first punch, his fist colliding with the right side of Elon's face. As if it were nothing, Elon recovered and turned on his flamethrower. Zuck gasped as his scales struggled to withstand the heat. The two men continued to roll on the floor, the sound of scaly punches and a flamethrower shooting flames. Oh, I thought I was gonna yawn. I half yawned. After what seemed like hours, the two men finally ran out of energy. "Zuck, can I be honest?" Elon inquired, panting, as he clutched his side. "Boop," Zuck breathed, rolling off Elon. "I know I'm here to steal YN, but I always kind of thought you were hot," Elon said, playing with his fingers nervously. The two men made eye contact. Chapter 5. Gas. "Boop, beep, bop?" Zuck asked. "Yeah, I really think so. You're a true specimen," Elon chuckled, grabbing Zuck's hand. Zuck let out a mechanical-sounding laugh as he cupped Elon's face in his hands. "It's okay, Zuck. Your scales don't hurt me," Elon whispered, gazing into Zuck's lizard eyes. You stood there in awe of the scene in front of you. You fell to your knees, aghast. "Beep boop," Zuck whispered. "Zuck, I love you so much," Elon breathed. Then they touched fingers like in the movie E.T. Zuck stood up. "What are you doing, Zuck?" Elon asked, fiddling with his fingers as he blushed. "Beep boop," Zuck said as he burst out laughing. "What?" Elon yelled. "I thought what we had was special!" Zuck turned his back to Elon. "Let me love you!" Elon screamed, grabbing onto Zuck's legs in a sad attempt to stop him from leaving. "Beep, boop, beep," Zuck said, pulling his leg away and walking towards you. You laughed, relieved, even though he had just touched fingers. Elon Musk. Yeah, that's how it's written. Even though he had just touched fingers, Elon Musk. You still loved Zuck. Even though he killed Shrek, you loved Zuck. No one could ever understand how much you loved Zuck. Chapter 6. Flatulence. You were sound asleep as Zuck laid next to you on his phone. He couldn't help but stare at a picture of Elon Musk. "Beep boop," he whispered, dragging his fingers along the screen, as if he were with Elon. Then in perfect timing, Elon shot him a DM. "Hey babe, can we talk?" it read. Zuck squirmed a little, and then took a deep breath. He turned over to face you, but he quickly looked away. Scooting over, he pulled up the covers and wormed his way deeper into the bed. He replied with cringe. I'll have to, it's a little blushy face emoji. Emoticon. Elon shot back. "Nuzzles you." Zuck almost squealed because he was so excited. He texted the deg face. Elon replied with, "I can't stop thinking about you." Little bear emoticon. Zuck said, little plushy thingy emoticon. Elon giggled to himself as he stared at his phone. He never knew he could be so in love. "Zuck, I want you to try and talk with me. I know it's difficult, because you're a lizard robot man, but please." Send me one sentence of English, Elon texted, already blushing. You woke up slowly, raising your arms above your head. You let out a yawn. However, when you turned to your left, Zuck wasn't there. He must be pooping, you decided. You were right. Boy's having a really bad case of the shits. When you stood up, you couldn't help but notice Zuck's phone laying on his nightstand. Smiling, you wanted to see what cute pictures of you he had on it. You were able to guess his password, 6969, in a matter of seconds. You knew Zuck so well. You opened up his photos, excited to see what was there. Little did you know, you were about to see a cringy and affectionate exchange between Zuck and Elon. You threw his phone across the room in a white-hot rage. Zuck was gonna pay for this. Chapter 7. Chronic Flatulence. Zuck came into the bedroom and stared at your angry expression. Beep boop, he whispered as he picked up his phone on the floor. The screen shattered. Zuck, me or Elon, you breathed, fighting to stay in control. Zuck was silent. Fine, I'm leaving, you shouted, heading for the door. Beep, Zuck yelled, running after you. Piss off, you cried, but Zuck grabbed your wrist. Zuck, let go, you yelled. Beep beep boop, Zuck insisted, running his free hand through his hair. What do you mean, give you time? You inquired with an angry grimace on your face. Boop, Zuck replied, his eyes sparkling. He's so hot, I can't let him go yet, you realized, calming down. I'll give you time, you decided. Zuck let go of your wrist and walked out of the house. However, when you stepped outside, Elon Musk was standing in front of you with a bouquet of roses. Roses for Zuck. What are you doing, Elon? You challenged, your eyes narrowing. These are for my man, Elon declared, his lips pulling into a smirk. Your man? Come at me, Elon. Is that a challenge, YN? Zuck is mine, and you know that. You stared at each other, and Zuck was watching from the window. He wanted to see a cat fight, so he refrained from intervening. You tried to take me away in a helicopter, so you could have Zuck to yourself, you whispered. Your arms... Oh, that was whispered. You tried to take me away in the helicopter, so you could have Zuck to yourself, you whispered, your arms crossing in front of your chest. He's mine, YN. Oh yeah? Yeah. Maybe he and Zuck belong together, you thought to yourself. Treat him well, Elon, you whispered, now walking away. Boop! Zuck screamed, running out the door. You can't stop me this time, Zuck. Goodbye, you breathed, struggling to take each shaky step away from that sexy beast known as Zuck. Chapter 8. Irritable Bowel Syndrome. Zuck, Elon whispered, brushing Zuck's badly cut bangs out of his face. Beep. Zuck responded in the process of rebooting. When Zuck regained his full consciousness, he saw a blurry Elon making scrambled eggs. Beep, 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 bop, boop, Zuck inquired, suddenly sitting up. You don't remember what happened last night? Oh my god, Zuck, Elon shouted, his voice quaking. Boop, beep, Zuck countered. Forget about her. It's you and me now. Elon done it again. Vociferated, his hands trembling. Zuck took in a deep breath, taking in the scent of crispy, burning eggs. Zuck, where are you going? Come back! Elon called. As Zuck began to walk away, the grumbling of the engine only made Zuck's fury grow hotter as he began to drive away from the mansion. He knew where he wanted to go. He needed to find you. Your point of view. The nights had been long and sleepless without Zuck, and YN soon resorted to compiling cringeworthy and highly embarrassing poetry to convey the gaping hole that Zuck's absence had created. That was all one sentence. Oh, Zuck, won't you come and save me? You whispered as tears cascaded off your burning cheeks. You turned to face the moon and sighed. I wonder if Zuck is looking at the moon right now. You pulled yourself away from the window. Then you saw it. You saw him. He had heard everything. Zuck was in your doorway, his tears gushing. In his hands was wilted flowers and a bag. "Oh, Zuck!" you cried. "Oh, YN," he replied in the most convincing human voice he could fabricate. You two embraced and silently wished for the moment to never cease. "I was so wrong. I was so wrong, Zuck," you sobbed, burying your face into his chest. "YN, listen. There is something I must dictate to you," he replied choppily. "What is it?" you inquired. As if he was speaking English, it must be serious. He pulled away from you and set the flowers on the table. Then he reached into the bag. You let out a yelp when you saw what it was. "YN, I am pregnant. I do not know if it belongs to you or Elon," he whispered, falling to his knees. The positive pregnancy test made a sharp thud as it hit the ground. "Get out of my house," you breathed coldly as you walked away. Author's note. Sorry. Chapter 9. Fart Carnage. You downed another shot of whiskey, your eyes twitching as you winced at the pungent flavor and aroma of the alcohol. "I hate you, Zuck," you whispered, pouring yourself another shot. "I should have known that he was a whore," you screamed. It was capitalized in the weirdest way. You screamed, throwing the bottle at the hardwood floor, watching it shatter into pieces. As you eyed your mess, you saw slivers of your reflection in the broken glass. The iridescence incited your memories to flow forth, and tears to flow from your eyes. Zuck was Googling away on Yahoo Answers. He clicked on the article titled, "Am I pregnant?" He finds misspellings amusing, because he's stupid. "Give up, Zucky. Now all that matters is winning YN back," he thought to himself as he beeped and booped away. "Hey, shoddy," a drunken Elon vociferated, projecting as loudly as ever. "You are not the baby's father, and you will never be," Zuck coldly stated, shutting his laptop suddenly. "What's wrong, shoddy? Why are you speaking English?" Elon hiccuped, teetering over to Zuck. "Beep beep, boop, boop beep," Zuck whispered as he began to pack his things, throwing open drawers and cabinets. "Zuck, please, let me love you," Elon hissed through clenched jaws. "Boy, bye," Zuck shouted as he left the vicinity, leaving Elon in a state of pure anger. Knock, knock, knock. "Go away," you screamed, throwing your glass at the door. The lock began to jiggle. "Oh no," you thought to yourself as you grabbed a bottle of red wine. You heard footsteps enter your apartment and you wiped away tears, expecting to see Zuck. As you raised your bottle in self-defense, you came face to face with someone else. Elon. "Zuck is mine, YN. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Just how idealistic are you? Never mind. I must share my rant later. Much later. He. He placed his hand on his nose bridge in a nefarious gesture. "Get out," you whispered, preparing to swing. "Shoddy, please. I will kill you," Elon chuckled as he grabbed onto your shoulder. "Why can't I move?" you thought to yourself as you were paralyzed into Elon's grasp. "Bye," Elon whispered, chortling quietly as he extracted duct tape from his duffel bag. "No, stop, please," you winced, still struggling. Elon hummed the tune to All Star as he tore a piece of duct tape with his teeth and his free hand. "Elon, I'm begging you, be reasonable," you whispered as tears began to flow down your cheeks. Elon uttered no words as he taped your mouth shut. He pried the wine bottle from your stiffened fingers and let it crash on the ground. Soon your hands were taped together, as were your ankles. You let a muffled scream escape as Elon released you from his grasp, and you fell to the floor with a thud. "Please, YN, be reasonable. I'm not going to hurt you. For now, that is," Elon cooed, rolling you into his duffel bag. "Sweet dreams, shoddy," he whispered as he zippered the bag shut. "Beep, beep, boop. Beep!" Zuck screamed, his fist pounding on your door. Soon he grew desperate enough to let himself in. As he took the first few footsteps, he instantly realized something was off. The entire room reeked of alcohol. "Beep!" he screamed when he saw the note on the floor. "Dearest Zucky Poo, I realize now that this puny girl is what lies in the way of our love. Let us have the child together, Zuck. We were meant to be. If you renounce her once and for all, she will remain unharmed and will be shipped elsewhere. If you try and catch me, however, she will be killed. Everything I do is out of love, Zuck. Keep that in mind. I love you so much I would kill for you. Call me, please. That is, after we resolve this obstacle in our otherwise perfect relationship. I hope you were enlightened by this note, and I hope you can find it in your heart to see behind the smoke and mirrors of Miss YN. Your undying love, Elon Musk. Heart emoticon. To be continued. Oh, that was last updated January 3rd. I don't know what year. Yeah. If you guys liked this video, hit the like button. If you really like it, you can go ahead and share it, and if you want to see more, you can subscribe. This is the second one that I've made, and I'd like to make more because it's very fun. They're not professionally made because I don't know how to edit. But yeah, thanks so much. Bye.